Everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna play some more Pretty Boy Panic. Now we're gonna do Hans route. If you haven't seen our videos on it, it's in there. It's in there. Yandere Danes. Let's begin. Okay, here is the trigger warnings. What's your name? Lion, of course. What are your pronouns? She, her. I'm just happy I could choose. You've been hearing muffled voices in your sleep lately. Silent screams and giggles from an unknown source keeps you on your toes. You of course assume the noise is from your neighbors, considering all the voices are coming through your walls. But lately the voices have been becoming more and more strange. The sounds of doors slamming shut and bright objects hitting something not that solid, or spying sounds leading your mind into thinking not so pleasant things. You don't know what your neighbors do at night. Well, we know what two of them do at night. And a part of you doesn't really want to know. Crunch, crunch. Crunch, spat, click. Strange rustling sounds wake you from your dreamless slumber. What time is it? Your eyes slowly open as your body forces itself to awake. 3 a.m. Great. What the heck are they even doing? Come inside. Well, we know who that is. That's Tao. Just like your picture. Disgusting. You let out a sigh, knowing that now that you were awake, it would be impossible for you to get back to sleep. Ever since you moved into your new apartment in Talahana, it's been harder for you to get a good night's rest, and all the creaking whispers you hear from the close-by neighbors makes it almost impossible for you to easily woken itself to get some sleep. The only good thing that come out of your recent sleep deprivation is now you have more time to do work. I got two graphs I need to fill out, and some reports I need to make for James. You pull out your computer and start typing away. The deadlines for the reports is next week, but I guess since I have time, I should just do it all now. So tiring. Shh, shh. Your voice is too loud. My neighbors will hear ya, you know. Well, we already could hear ya. We could already hear you. Every time I hear his annoying voice, I crave violence. Crave it. Gritting your teeth, you try to type a little louder to drown out all the noise your neighbor was making. The muffled giggles and voices crept warming through your head. Come on, let's get into my room. Yeah, go inside. Yeah, this is my room. Yeah, don't worry about how dark it is. Right, no, R.I.P. R.I.P. to the poor sap that went in his house. A door shut and the noise was gone, following some peace and quiet. Even though you never met your noisiest neighbors, your impression of them was less than stellar. You often thought about confronting them or calling in a noise complaint, but ultimately decided against it due to the crippling fear of confrontation. Your eyes blinked heavily as you continued to write your report. Soon you started to see the lights tickling through your window. Barely asleep, now I have to go to work. Just lovely. Your tired body picked itself up off your work desk as you started getting ready for work for the day. Hopefully I don't pass out. The lack of sleep is really getting to me. Why, there you are, ready to go start the day? No, not really. Really not. Oh, why, such a pessimist. I'm just really tired. Kelly lives a floor down from your apartment, thankfully. She works at the same office as you, so she often wants to walk home together with you. She's extremely loud and upbeat, which can get annoying at times. but she buys you coffee occasionally, which makes her okay in your books. You look tired, Wyan. Noisy neighbors again? Yeah, Mr. Poplar brought over another person, and they would not shut up. I'm pretty sure he has some bodies. Dang, that's awful. I'm pretty sure they all have body counts. Man, if I ever see their faces, I'll give them a real talking to. No one disturbs my friend. Kelly raises her fist at the roof. Thanks, Kelly. You better get going soon. Don't want the boss man to get mad at us. Right, let's go. You and Kelly both head off to work. Kelly waved goodbye to you as she quickly sat at her desk. But just as you were about to do the same, a voice calls you over. Oh, Wyan, I was wondering when you show up here. I thought you would try to get your work to work earlier. Such a shame. I guess punctuality has never been your strong suit. I wish this man the most pain imaginable. You and me both. He's my enemy for a reason. But I'm on time. Have you ever heard the saying, on time is always late? Nope. Technically, I've heard something like that, but when you work in retail, just be on time. Not about it sound, but it sounds extremely stupid. Watch your tone to your higher up. James is one of the higher ups in the company. He stole your spot of Employee of the Month too many times for you to count, leaving a sort of rivalry. Since James is higher up, he's allowed to push his work onto you with a little backlash. Did you get my reports done? You mean your work? Yeah, I have it done. Good, send them to me. I shall see if you did a decent job. For your sake, it better be good. You roll your eyes and sit down at your desk. Your fingers start to hurt with how much you typed, and your chest started to feel cold, a feeling all too familiar to you. Knowing that your body was on the brink of passing out, you knew there was only one solution. I need some coffee. You pour yourself a large cup, not putting in any cream or sugar. You gulp down the crappy coffee that was provided in the break room. Gross. This will get me from the day though. Though I would have to have so much coffee, creamer, and sugar. And creamer on top of the creamer. You shrug back to your desk to finish up the rest of your work. Hey, Wyan, ready to go? Sounded like the day was over. Yeah, I'm ready. Not so fast. James walks over to you, carrying your report printed out. What's this? Your report that I did for you. Really, because all I see is total crap. James sighed as he pushed the glasses back up on his face. Then do it yourself. Redo it. What? I said redo it. There's no way I could possibly use something like this. This is terrible. But my shift ended and it's late. Well, I don't care. You can't leave here until your work is done. Depends on which country, because some countries are like, nope, screw you. I'm off. James shoved the documents into my hands. I expect something better in the morning. Hey, you can't do that. Wyan's shift is over. Or salary bit. Have you ever heard of overtime? This is too frustrating. Hey, James. If I had overtime, I'd be getting paid more than you. Of how much I've been working. I would have the cameras and show how much he gives us, just me, his work, and no one else. This is too frustrating. This better be done tomorrow. James walked out of the door, waving me with the reports once again. Man, what a butthole. Oh shoot, sorry, Wyan. I guess I'll have to leave without you. It's okay, Kelly. Sighing, you open up your computer once again. I'll see you later, okay? Don't stay up too late. Your fingers run over your keyboard as the hours tick away. Almost done. Your head turns. Who's there? Nothing but silence follows your question. God, it must be really going crazy. No, we're not going crazy. Someone's there. You slipped on your coffee as you quickly finish up the reports. That should do it. Stretch your back. You got your stuff and head back to your apartment. You arrive back to your complex at 12 a.m. Crunch, snap. Such a mess. Once one of your neighbors was being noisy again. Muffled whispers filled your ears as your anger started to rise. This butthole, have they seriously never heard of whispering? Something inside you started to snap. Unleash your anger. With all your strength you could summon, you kick at the door that caused you the most noise. Hey butthole, it's 12 a.m. Shut the heck up. Everything went silent. You could hear someone fiddling with the lock. Well, crap. It's not like you wanted to actually talk to them. You kinda just wanted to vent your anger. A nervous rush was sent down your spine. Well, hurry back to your apartment. You tuck your head as you quickly unlock the door. Closing your door, you let out a sigh. That was close. Your room was silent, the most silent it's been in months. Your eyes start to close as your body relaxes. And for the first time in a while, you had a good night's sleep. In your deep sleep, you could feel the presence near you. It was undisturbing and calm, like a moth that flew through your window. Small, shuffling, and heavy breaths caught your ears. They just keep stalking us, even before we meet them. So rare. She never sleeps. Her face is so calm like this. You could hear a soft clicking. Good thing I brought my good camera. My phone is too old for this to look good. Just ignore it. The feeling was so small, you decided to ignore it. If you woke up now, you knew you'd ruin this golden opportunity of sleep. It was the stalker's stalk. You wait to the sound of someone knocking on your door. You yawn as you look over to check the time. 9:30 a.m. Good thing this is a weekend, or else I'll be totally late. The knocking continued. You felt a bit confused. The only person who usually visits you is Kelly, and even then, it's only for work. Sorry for disturbing you. Could you please open the door? A soft voice ran through your ears. You look over at your door, confused. Hold on, I'll be there in a sec. You pulled on some comfortable clothes. As you opened the door, you met face to face with a young man. A very cute young man. I hope I didn't wake you up. His green eyes were glinted as he looked at you. His comfy sweater that covered his hands to his quiet voice. It was like everything about him screamed soft and apologetic. You shook your head, breaking out of your gaze. I'm sorry for bothering you in such an early time. Wait, I should introduce myself first. My name's Hugh. I live right across from you. You nodded. My name's YN. What can I help you with? He stared down at the ground and then back up at you. I heard what you said yesterday, and I just feel awful. I didn't know I was making that much noise at night. His words took you back a bit. You never expected one of your neighbors to apologize to you, especially after you kicked one of their doors. Was it his door? It's okay, but what were you even doing that caused so much noise? He fidgets with his hands. Well, I'm the second-year university student, and right now I've been taking photography courses. That's probably the click. Just for fun. For assignment, we have to take photos of our surrounding area, and since my major isn't photography, I usually have to do most of my work at night. I didn't know my camera was causing such a disturbance though. If I knew you could hear all the clicking and clanking, I could have done it outside of the complex. There's just two clicky-clickies. One is computers and one is click. Oh, no wonder. He's doing all his photography of us. So you have like a lot of pictures of us. I would have done it outside of the complex. His tone almost made you feel like the bad guy for calling a university student out just by doing his homework. Okay, well, just try not to be too loud at night. Okay. He yawned. Your body was still tired. It was very nice to meet you, Hugh. I'll just be going now. He grabbed your sleeve. Wait, oh, sorry. He let go of you immediately. I just feel bad. I mean, you spent so many nights restless because of me. And, to our people, to be fair, I think the most is probably, Tao with his, plethora of one-night stands that probably have gone missing. Well, it isn't just you. Their two neighbors make noise as well. Even so, I want to make it up to you. If you let me, maybe I'll take you out for lunch or something. For all the trouble I caused you, of course. I didn't know how to feel about this guy treating you to lunch. Even though he did cause you a lot of sleep deprivation, he was still just a university student. Sure. Well, if he's offering, I'm not going to reject. Sure, why not? Really, thank you. Does tomorrow at 12:30 work for you? You laugh at his side expression. Yeah, sure. Perfect. See you then. He waved to you as he went back to his room. You've never seen someone so overjoyed about buying you food before. You went back into your room thinking about just sleeping the day away. And William Stockus. Everything around you was calm. There was no disturbances in your deep slumber. You didn't know how long you were sleeping for. It didn't really matter to you. It was the weekend. There was no noise, no work. And only God knows you needed the rest. You relish in the feeling of sleep. Are you kidding me? Yelling woke you. You wanted to curse. I was just getting comfy. You know how much I can't believe you right now. I worked so hard for you to become successful, and you come to me wanting to switch your major? Oh, I feel for a little bit. A second voice chimed in, much quieter. I mean, there is... in college, you do change your major sometimes. Shh, someone's sleeping in there. They can hear you. You can't keep controlling me. I hate programming. Besides, I already know the stuff you need me to know. So get off my back. His voice? Who's he fighting with? I think I know. You think I care if you hate it? You're going to ruin this soon, so I need you to get your crap together. I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to work with people like that. You always say that, but what else are you going to do? His voice went silent. Oh, damn, when you're angry like this, you sure do look like a mom. Like mom. What? Are you going to lock me up until I do well, like she did to you? Being so ungrateful like this, I hope you're not too shaken up once I'm done with you. Like, Bratty like her too. You quickly set up as the fighting you heard outside started to sound more and more violent. You opened the door, still in your pajamas. You saw Hugh being held by a shirt. His expression was cold. His vibe felt completely different than your first encounter. He grabbed the man's wrist and whispered something in his ear. The guy who was holding Hugh, his eyes shut up, looking at you. Look who's here. The man dropped Hugh. He tried to stand up, gasping and coughing for breath. Oh, yeah, I called it. Ryan, are you alright? Hugh, are you alright? You ran over to you, examining his face and neck. He stood there with a shocked expression. He looked over at the other man. He suddenly flinched at your touch. Ryan, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to wake you. We were just having an argument. I think I have a bruise. So their family they, at least that's what I'm thinking from what I read. I think I have a bruise. Your eyes widened. Who would have hit someone so clearly weak? Their man just stood there. He gave him a glare. Are you insane? You shouldn't hit someone just because you have a disagreement. The man laughed a bit. I barely even touched him. You're better than this, Hugh. Stop acting like a pest. Such a pest. You could feel he tense up, almost like his words were cutting him like a knife. Of course he's shaken up. You were holding him by the collar. Hugh touched your arm. It's okay, Ryan. I'm fine. The man laughed and cut Hugh off. Whatever. I have too much work to do to care about this. I'll let you off easily today, you brat. The man turned to you. And you? His eyes scolded you with judgment. His gaze suddenly softened. Sorry about the noise. So you're the new tenant. I guess I should introduce myself. My name's Lee. The sudden change in the tone unnerved you. You nodded. I'm YN. Well, despite our unsightly encounter, it's nice to meet you, YN. Lee flashed you a pretty smile. Man, if I knew our new tenant was this pretty, I think I would introduce myself earlier. You just said yourself first, technically. Oh my god, this guy's trying to flirt with me? You weren't sure what was worse, the situation, or the fact that this guy was trying to flirt with you during the situation. Both? In a good way? His smile turned into a smirk as his eyes darted to where he was standing. It seemed all too clear that his intention wasn't to really seduce you, but to get a reaction. Your eyes glanced over to you. His eyes pierced into Lee with a unnerving amount of intensity. He bit his lip. You could almost hear his teeth breaking his skin as small bits of blood kneaded into his bottom lip. If you ever need any help adjusting to this place, I'm room 204. I hope you'd see you around. Lee gave you a last look at Hugh before descending back into his room. Huh? Are you okay? Hugh, are you okay? He broke out of his seething rage upon hearing your voice. Huh? Yeah, I'm fine. I'm sorry about that, YN. It's just that guy. He gets me so angry. The sun yell from him, he shocked you. He cleared his throat, and started again. Anyway, we're still up for today, right? You checked your phone, 12:10. I forgot I agreed to have lunch with him. Do you not want to do any more? No, I still want to. Just give me a bit to get out of my pajamas. Okay, I'll be waiting. He gave you a hesitant smile before going back into your room. You quickly put on an outfit, not wanting to keep you waiting long. In the back of your head, you are wondering what you and Lee fighting about that made it become violent. Maybe it was just because you just met him. Something about you seemed inconsistent and sort of unstable. I think all our neighbors are unstable. Let's to be real. Maybe I'm just being too judgmental. I mean, I did just meet the guy. You breathe in and out, trying to shake the feeling of an unwanting uneasiness. Ready to go? He was waiting for you as soon as you stepped out of the room. Yep. Great. He motioned for you to follow him. You and he walked around the downtown. He occasionally asked if you need of the food places. Any of the food places caught your eye. Burgers. You didn't really know what you were craving, but the hot sun made you suggest a small shop that served. Oh, the same shop. The sign outside displayed the frozen treat. It looked so good that you happily agreed. The place was filled with college students chatting and studying. Maybe Hugh comes here often. What do you want? Order anything you like. You look at the menu. Everything looked extremely sweet and colorful. I bet some of these dishes were pretty expensive. Let's order something cheap. There's no way I could make him pay for something expensive. He will go over the menu. There's a wide selection of desserts as well as sweet foods. You end up the sign on the mango bombing. It was relatively cheap and it did sound really good. I guess I'll have a mango one. He smiles at you as he ordered a no sugar woman's tea and paid. Let's find a place to sit, Wayne. The tables are filling up quick. You and Hugh sit down near the far end of the shop. His eyes stared deeply into yours, unblinking. It was almost eerie. It was a lady brought over your mango buying, and you stared at it in awe. It looked really delicious. You took a bit of the fluffy ice and savoring every bit. Wow, this is really good. I know, right? This place has the best desserts. Not that I've ever tried them. What? You never gotten a dessert here? Oh, I'm not a huge fan of sweets. I like their drinks here, though. So, how's work? Work? Oh God, you didn't even want to think about that right now. It's okay. Work will be okay. Be work, you know. You look so tired, Wyan. Are you sure there's nothing bothering you at work? James, if you want to go for two for RP and James, you'd be my favorite. My favorite. Can you tell me? You can tell me if you know. I'm a great listener. You seemed oddly interested in your work life. He scooted his chair a bit more towards the table. The room suddenly felt suffocating, and for a moment all you could do was stare into Hugh's eager green eyes. Well, things at work are fine. It's just there's this coworker. He's been kind of a jerk to me, and I'm not sure what I did to him, but he keeps giving me his work ever since he got promoted. Oh yeah, James is probably screwed. I hate guys like that. Guys that make someone else do their work just to feel more powerful. Are they just lonely, pathetic buttholes? I mean, you gotta be a real butthole if you enjoy being mean to someone as sweet as you. You choked your food a bit. Maybe you were overthinking this, but you felt like he was definitely flirting with you, or trying to. You didn't know whether to feel flattered or uncomfortable. Maybe I should change the subject. I'm gonna go, how's school? School, it's fine, I guess. My programming courses is easier than I thought, and my professors like me, so I can't complain. Man, I remember when I was in college. You seem like a nice guy. I bet you have a lot of friends. You're too nice, honestly. I actually don't hang out with many people. I don't really have time for my hobby and all. Hobby? Yeah, my photography. Pretty sure he's taking pictures of us only. I'm so glad I took a course on it. Every time I used to take photos, they didn't really look how I liked them. Photography is also calming. I always feel so focused whenever I take a photo of us. You smile a little about how you brighten up. Shoot, am I rambling? Sorry, I get really passionate about photography. It can get a bit annoying. You're fine. It's okay. You must really like photography. Yeah, I do. I bet he does. You looked down at your bowl. Everything was gone. Oh, are you done? You quickly took a small slip of his tea. Thank you so much for meeting with me, Wyan. I had a really fun time with you. Even though this hangout was an apology, I hope we could do something like this again. If you like to, I mean. He fiddled with his hands as a blush crept onto his face. He never had that effect on someone before. Nodding your head, you gave him a assuring glance. Yeah, that sounds like fun. Wyan is so kind. You and he walk back to the complex together, him staring at you with almost a sort of adoration the whole time. Adoration? Adoration. I was going to call it adoration. I'm tired. 4 hours of sleep. It's not my neighbors. Well, there's a neighbor with an annoying dog. You woke up early and stretched your back. The complex was silent all last night. You wonder if you talked to your neighbors about your troubles. As you got to your work clothes on, you started to think about your lunch with you. He was a nice guy, but for some reason you kind of got a strange vibe from him. It'll be fine. But maybe that's just how college students are nowadays. Oh, Wyan, I was just about to awake you. You're up early today. Yeah, my neighbors finally stopped making all the noise at night, so I finally got some sleep. That's great news. I guess they realized how insistent they are being. Kelly yelled at one of the doors. You could hear a small curse from it. Which one is it? Anyway, let's get going. Don't want James to get angry at us again. You mean angry at me? I don't know why he's only a jerk to me. Because he's a butthole. Because he's an ass. Don't worry about him, Wyan. He has a real power. He has no real power in the company. You want to believe Kelly, but knowing how the company runs, it would be safer to just grin and bear the work he gave you. You just nodded silently as you and Kelly walked to work. Quickly sitting at your desk, you look at the time. 10 minutes early. James can't give you crap about my time now. Oh, he will. You saw James walk through the door a minute after you, carrying coffee in a thermos. Wine? Wow, you're here early. You gave James a glare. Well, by your definition, I'm right on time. James pushed up his glasses. Actually, no, I'm early. He's late. No need to be so hostile. It'll give you more wrinkles, you know. No, it's just fun being sarcastic and a butthole to you. You grumble out a curse in your breath. God, my coffee is way too hot. Ugh. James gave you one last glance. You should probably get some coffee too. You look like you need it. If I could get coffee and then spill on him. Like, Sir Yandere called Peter and a certain coffee route. But this time, I won't feel bad about it. James sat down on his desk as you marinate in your anger. I hope your coffee burns your throat and gives him throat cancer. You continue to work for your graphs and reports as you saw more of your coworkers tinkle in. With a sigh, you saw James once again walk in your direction, the thermos still in his hand. When I have some work I need you to do. You groaned under your breath, right on time. Don't groan at me. James took a long sip of his coffee. Hey James, you could probably do it yourself and stop drinking coffee. And then coming up to me, I would be the one recording all his reaction, his stuff, and only playing his work on me. And then go up to higher ups and say, can you demo him and give me the position? Because clearly he can't handle it. James, okay, that probably won't work, but I'll still give it to him and show that he's kinda lazy. James took a long sip of coffee. You know what? You know a lot of people would kill to have your kind of job right now. It shouldn't be complaining when the thousands of people unemployed. Seriously, how ungrateful. James coughed a little. Oh, you could still complain, James. You could still complain. James coughed a little. His breath turned heavy suddenly. You gave him a little odd look. James? James kept coughing heavier this time, and soon it was mixed in with wheezings of agony. You could hear people stopping their typing and heads turned to James. What was in the coffee? What did you do? James held his chest as he started to bend over to throw up. Was it poisoned? You got out of your chair. Holy cow! James let out a desperate pleas to no one in particular as he continued to throw up. You could see blood and tiny bits of glass mixed into the pink-colored throw up. You didn't check what was in your coffee? And how did it get in the coffee? Someone call the ambulance. Oh my god. Please, people started to gather around James to help him. All he could do was just stare at James, continue to cough, and throw up blood. James was carried off into the ambulance that day. The police report came out. Apparently there was cyanide and glass mixed into his coffee. How did it get there? Okay, so my question was, did he get his stuff from home? And someone put it in the thermos, knowing they was gonna take it. That's just my brain going after watching way too much detective stuff and Yandere games. I can't imagine James putting that stuff in there himself, but it seems like there was no sign of a person being in his apartment at the time. Even though James was in the hospital in critical condition, you couldn't bring yourself to feel bad for him. You felt like after everything he put you through, you finally got that form of karma you were looking for. Everyone was on edge at the office throughout the week. It seems people were convinced that there was some sort of killer on the loose. Well, there's but 3. You weren't really sure how much you believed that, though. Besides, you were bigger. You have bigger things to worry about. Like him. You seemed to never leave you alone after you met him. Every time you would come back to your complex, he would often greet you from outside his room, almost like a dog. It seemed like it seemed all clear what sort of feeling he had for you. He didn't really mind, but couldn't really deny how uncomfortable it was. It almost seemed like every chance you had for free time, you would be there ready to inject. Just like now, you had a new project for his photography course, and he practically begged you to help him with it. He didn't really have a problem with helping him until he found out that the help you were giving him was being a model for him. This is a way of asking us out. Okay, I love the minion, little minion shirt. Could you turn your head just a little bit towards the sun? You give him a glare. You've been in this photo shoot for almost 2 hours. How many more photos do you need? Just a few more. Oh, it's definitely not first class, though. He's been saying that for the past hour. Could you at least show me one of the photos? Last time I did that, you made me delete it. Because I looked bad. He shook his head. You're so photogenic. There's no way you could ever look bad, Ryan. You're just as beautiful and sweet as those peach blossoms. How could you ever look bad near them? You could almost taste the cheese in that sentence. Whatever, just hurry up with this. I have work tomorrow, you. My project was all about capturing the inner beauty of someone. We can't rush it. He snapped another photo of you catching you off guard. Okay, 2 more and then we'll take a break. Just a break? It's like, yep. 1 minute break, he's still taking pictures while we're taking a break. You knew deep down, one day you would have to tell Hugh how you felt about him. You didn't really feel like the feeling of bleeding him on like this, even if you were just hanging out with him. But with Hugh's constant request to hang out, it was kind of hard to reject all his advances. The more you hung out with him, the more he felt like someone was watching you. At work, shopping, wherever you were alone, you would hear shuffling near you or camera shutters. But especially at night, there was never any sign of someone in your apartment. But every time you went to sleep, you just couldn't shake that lingering feeling. Click. He's not the first one to do that. Your eyes shot open as the noise caught your ears. You looked around your room. No one's there again. You felt like you were slowly starting to lose your mind. The room suddenly felt unsafe. Needing to clear your head, you got on your coat and stepped outside. The rain chilled your skin a bit as you breathed in the cold air. However, even with the smell of the rain, there was an overpowering smokiness outside. What are you doing out here? You look over. He's out taking a break too. You know, it's not safe for you to be out so late. Hasn't anyone told you about all the creeps come out at night? I have freed that people that may, at least one may, is in there too, may not be serial killers, so I think I'm safe. They're Yandere for us. Has anyone told you that all the creeps come out at night? What? Lee was leaned towards next to one of the walls of the complex smoking in the rain. I was just trying to clear my head. Is the complex not silent enough for you now? You gave Tao and I an earful about the noise level. You sigh as you lean on the wall next to him. I don't know, maybe it's too quiet now. Everything I hear, even the smallest noise, I get anxious. It feels like someone's watching me. You shook your head, not wanting to overshare with him. Oh, he knows. Maybe you're just lonely. When people are alone, they tend to get a little more paranoid. If you want, we could start making more noise again. Absolutely not. So harsh. I was just joking. Lee's eyes shifted over to the glass doors before he spoke again. Well, if you're really worried about next time you feel anxious, you could always come talk to me. I'm just next door. Lee scored a little closer. He didn't know how to feel about the sudden lack of distance between you two, but you had a sinking suspicion of what Lee was doing. You consider yourself not really swooned by the sloppy way of flirting. Maybe it was just his looks, but you could feel your face heat up slightly. We took another quick glance at the doors before looking back at you with a sweet smile. Keep your distance. Feeling suddenly uncomfortable, you slowly scoot away from him. Maybe everyone in the complex is just oddly flirtatious. He sighed as he blew out more smoke. It's more the smoke, if anything. Not that there's gonna be a rival Yandere after us. I'm being mean right now, aren't I? You look at him confused. What do you mean? I wanted to teach him a lesson, but I think I might have just tipped him off the edge. He patted your shoulder. You should go back inside. You wouldn't want to catch a cold out here. You gave him a weirded out look before walking back to the complex. The hallways buzz with fluorescent lighting. Going outside did clear your head a bit. However, you still felt as though you were being watched, because we are. As you kept walking down the hall, you bumped into someone. Oh, Hugh, you scared me. In a dimmed light, you could see you. However, he looked different. More disfaved, and his green eyes weren't as vibrant. It's unfair, you know. Excuse me? You with him? He doesn't even look like you. He doesn't even like you like I do. I didn't even want. I wasn't going to do anything to you. I didn't care about that though. I just wanted to see you up close. He stepped closer. You didn't get what he was saying. You didn't even know what he was trying to say. I'm the only one who pays attention to your struggles. I'm the only one who knows how it feels to be like you, to be trapped in a never-ending cycle of work and loneliness. And I know I'm not strong or handsome like Tao, or smart and mysterious like my brother. What are you even talking about? Wait, who's Tao? I can't take your attention. I can't take up your attention like they probably could. Or I guess like Lee already did. Okay, you're fully creeped out at this point. Hey, okay, Hugh, I need to go now. And it was nice talking with you. Don't leave. He grabbed your arm. He dug his nails into your wrist and winced in pain, trying to shake him off. Not yet. Get off! You push him hard. He fell on the ground, but quickly got up. That hurt. He moved even closer now, and he tried to push it past him. Lion, if you hit me like that, I'll do it right back. He kicked your chin, putting his whole body into it. Oh! He fell down into the ground, gripping your throbbing leg. He stepped on your chest, preventing you from getting back up. The situation was happening so fast, you didn't even have time to react before he pulled out something long and sharp from under his sleeve. I borrowed this from Tao. You're going to feel a bit dizzy when you wake up again. You scream out a plea for help as you try to get his foot off you. How quickly you stuck the needle into your forearm. You could feel it under your skin, into the muscle. Your ears started to ring, and your body tightened up. Before you could even think about anything, everything went back. Your body hurts. Everything felt way too tight. Were you gone? No, that couldn't be right. You could move your fingers a little. As you slowly regained consciousness, you could feel the control of your eyelids slowly being regained. It's like his reaction is kidnap, but he didn't want to wake up. He didn't want to see where you were, or what was happening to you. But your anxiousness settled into your stomach as curiosity forced you to open them. Where am I? Your heart was beating so fast it hurt your chest. Looking down, you could see your hands and left ankle cuffed to a desk that was pulled down to the ground. The chain connecting the cuffs was about 3 feet long, just long enough for you to lay on the ground while still being cuffed to the table. My head. Your head hurt like you had the worst hangover of your life. I don't think I had a hangover. I think it's the what he stabbed me with. It stuck in your breath, trying to keep it together. This is some horrible nightmare. It has to be. You struggle around in your cuffs, trying to break the chain on the chair's leg. Hearing the sound out of the door to the room being unlocked, you stopped struggling. Oh, Wyan, you're awake! You stared at Hugh, his wide eyes, wanting to shout at him. But your body and mouth couldn't move at all, like you were in a trance. Oh, you in there, Wyan? He bent down to your level, keeping a good amount of distance between you two. You must be still in shock. That's okay. You can take as long as you want. I'll be here waiting for you to calm down. Calm down? Calm down? Are you kidding? You... Your heart felt like it was about to jump out of your chest. The chains were tight, and you couldn't reach him to fight back. Nah, wait, I don't have to work with James. Oh, wait, did he already... James was critical edition. I won't know what happened to James. James kind of got on his route, too. You didn't know what he was going to do to you, but you had a feeling that you were going to die here. You're going to die. Okay, that's repeat. Oh my god. Your stomach soured and your head still hurt. You felt like throwing up. What are you going to do to me? You got a little closer to you. Not close enough for you to touch him, though. I won't do anything to you, Wyan. I just want to be together, to be closer. It's just a little embarrassing to say out loud, actually. Especially having you like this. He stretches his wrist a little, picking up what you would assume was a scab. It doesn't really seem like a good idea. He kept mumbling to himself, something you couldn't understand. He isn't right. I mean, all of our neighbors are Yandere, so you can't keep me here. It's too late, Wyan. Besides, I want you here. I knew you would never like me otherwise. I'm okay with you hating me as long as I could see you. His hands got a little closer to your head. It looked like he was almost wanting to pat you. But he quickly drew. It's okay to be... It won't be too bad here, you know. I could take care of you. And I'm sure you could adjust well. And if you don't, I'm sure I could find a way to make you stay anyway. He looked up at your ankles. He suddenly felt aware of how your tendons attached to the muscles of your calf, and how it would be easy to just cut them down the middle, like his neighbor would do, and help him. It looks like we have an understanding of each other. His phone started to buzz as a alarm went off. Oh shoot, I'm going to be late for my first course. Before I forget here, he set down a plate of 3 boiled eggs and a glass of juice. I don't really have food in my room, so it isn't much. But I promise I'll get you some food when I get back. He checked his phone one more time. I'll be back in a bit. He grabbed a pillow and blanket off his bed and set them down closer to you. Sleep while I'm gone. Can you put me on your bed at least? Wait, you're just going to leave me here? Not for very long, though. I'll be back. Just be good while I'm gone. And try to sleep. I promise if you sleep, it will make adjusting here easier. And there the alarm went off his phone. Crap, I'm so late. Bye, Wyan. Have a good rest. He wanted to say something more, but he was already out the door. You could hear the door slam shut and the loud sound of locking. Crap, what am I going to do? Escape for the window after we unlock, try to, get out the, handcuffs? You grab out the chains holding you. You kept pulling and yanking to no avail. Tears sweep out of your eyes as you realized you weren't getting out. You lay down, refusing the pillow and blanket. You cried hard, screaming out pleas to help. Your body soon became exhausted with all your panic, and you felt heavy and weak, hungry and weak. The plate of boiled eggs was still next to you, including the juice. Eat the food. After your brief tantrum, you grab the plate and start munching on the eggs. The eggs didn't really fill you up. Grabbing the glass, you took a small sip of the juice. Once the food was gone, you felt strange. Your body felt even weaker than before, and you could barely keep your eyes from falling. With the last-ditch effort, you kept yourself awake and moved your head around, shaking it from side to side. It still wasn't enough, and you felt a bit of fear as you drifted off into deep sleep. The days bored together as you remained his prisoner. You slowly started to lose your sanity little by little. The idea of reasoning with him went out the window since everything you ever brought up. The idea of leaving, he would get upset or force you to be even more restrained for the next day. How did you give me some pleasantries as a day passed? Instead of laying on the bed before, he got you a rather squishy mattress with lots of blankets, pillows, and stuffed animals. Your chains got louder, but they were still tight enough around your wrist that you couldn't do much with them on. He let you take a showers and use the bathroom, but he'll be waiting outside the door with a taser or to usher you back to your bedroom. Oh, he took that from his brother. You even debated drowning yourself in the bath to stop this nightmare, but you're afraid of what he would do if he caught you. He gave you a lot of snacks, but when he left for school. That was still nothing to keep you occupied, but it was probably because he wanted you to sleep as much as possible. What scared you because you still didn't know why he wanted you to sleep so much. Even sometimes find crush up sleeping pills in your food cause you to stop eating his meals altogether. You wonder if anyone was looking for you. Did anyone notice you were gone for so long? The hope you felt about being saved kept dwindling every time he came back to greet you. The scariest thing about being here, though, was definitely his moods. You heard a loud slam on the door. He quickly shuffled under the table as he walked in with rage. Ugh, that butthole. His face was red and he started to yell out curses. He seemed practically angry today. Stupid freaking. You tried to think of something else to stop the fear from taking over you. He punched a hole in the wall next to his bed. Drywall made a loud popping sound as it caved in itself with a small hole. His breath was heavy. His eyes looked down towards you. Oh, Ryan, I'm sorry. I should control my anger. I think I've probably seen a lot more of his anger before. He kneeled down and ran his fingers through your hair, trying to stop himself from shaking as he gently caresses you. Calm down. Calm down. He continued to caress your head, as he's breathing calmed down. His eyes scaled you. Baby, you look bony. His touch had more pressure on it now. I guess you had lost a bit of weight since you got here. Does my cookie not taste good? Are the snacks I got you not the ones you like? I want Takis and I don't want you to touch them. I'm sure you like them. I used to always see you eating them during work. He took your hand off your head. His hand off your head. I'll go cook you something soon. He looked at the hole in the wall. My bird's going to toy freak. He groaned as he laid down in his bed. Today was awful, Ryan. My bird towel. They keep telling me how crazy I am. I mean, it's calling the kettle black because both of them. Both of them have kidnapped us on their route, so they keep saying I can't keep you. I'm going to get caught if I keep you alive. The other two kept me alive too, so that's definitely calling the kettle black. Calling the kettle black. But I'm careful. I'm really careful of you. Don't you agree? His green eyes looked over to you. You nodded, not wanting to anger him. He gave you a pitiful state. Looked at your pitiful state. You're still scared of me, huh? I haven't punished you in a while. I thought you'd be over it by now. A lump formed in your throat, a reminder of his punishments. You started to shake, and if it felt like needles were once again in your ankles. Stop thinking. I think it's pretty brutal, huh? Sorry, I didn't know your pain tolerance was that low. But I mean, what did you expect me to do? Let you run? I can't be sweet to you all the time. I think you're not being sweet at all with me chained up. Never sweet to me. You're never sweet to me. He quickly got off his bed. Excuse me? Say that again. Sweat formed on your brow. You didn't mean to say that. You talked. It's nice to hear your voice again. I was worried you suddenly lost the ability to talk. How horrible that the first words I hear is something nasty. He froze, realizing that what you just said. Don't just sit there. Answer me. He glanced down, unable to meet his piercing gaze. I didn't mean it. Oh, but you did. He went closer, his eyes narrowing. You think I'm cruel? After everything I've done to keep you here safe. That's not what I meant. I'm sorry, it just came out. Your voice was barely a whisper, your hands starting to shake. Then what did you mean? He tilted his head. The look in his eyes watched you spectrally. Tears welled up in your eyes. Even though his voice was still reminded soft, you knew what would happen if you tipped him off too much. He sighed as he turned away from you, pacing around the front of his room. I just don't get it, Wyan. We could be so happy together if you just gave into it already. I always saw you. Do you seriously want to go back to that crap life you had? Your body shook with fear as he spoke. I'm sorry. I'm scared. Scaring you again, aren't I? He tried to stammer a response, but the words couldn't come. You don't have to answer me, Wyan. I could see in your eyes. His voice softened, but his gaze remained cold and unyielding. Your gaze remains fixed on the floor as his footsteps echoed around the room. Why don't you just understand? His voice sharper, and frustration creeping in. His breath becoming hectic. I gotta go. He quickly left the room, slamming the door behind him. You dug your face in the knees. Crap, I should have spoken. Your mind was racing, and only amplified by the hunger you felt. Not knowing what he would do when he got back, you closed your eyes, trying to calm yourself. Your eyes slowly opened as you came back into consciousness. He was nowhere to be found. You looked around the room, and the place looked even more like a wreck than usual. You had no idea that you didn't wake up from the sheer amount of stuff that had fallen on the floor. Looking around some more, something small and shiny caught your eye. No! Reaching out, you grabbed a small Swiss pocket knife on the floor. You almost thought you were still dreaming. No matter how many times he wrecked the place, he was still careful enough to take away anything that could remotely harm you or help you escape. Make the army know you pulled out the pick in it. Like, just pull out. Trying with all your strength you had left. You tried trying to break it off with one of the loops. Come on. Please. Click. The cuffs were still on you, but you were free. Oh my god. You started doing it to their chains with the remaining bit of your force. Your legs were wobbled as you tried to stand up. You could hear your knees snap and pop as you fully stood. You almost wanted to cry tears of joy until you heard the door creak open. I'm sorry, baby. I just had to clear my head. I thought I brought you some cake. Okay, use the knife and go Ghostface on him. He stopped in his tracks and saw you're standing up fully. What are you doing? I was just Ghostface. You look at the army knife in your hands. You quickly pull out the blade, pointing at him. Stand back. I'll freaking stab you if you get closer. I watched way too much Scream. I watched every single Scream. He didn't seem fazed at you as he stalked closer to you. Baby, hand me the knife. Now. You could hurt yourself with that thing. You just froze as you held the knife still. You both just stood there staring at her. Before you could even register to stab him, he lunged at you, trying to force you down. You screamed and swung, slashing him across the face. Crap! He forced the knife out of your grip, covering you against the wall, pinning your hand with the blade, stabbing it deep into the wood. You screamed as he twisted the knife, ramming it deeper into your hand, the pain blurring your vision. You want to leave me so bad, baby? Get off me, freaking pest! Help me! He smirked, rolled his eyes as if your pleas were nothing more than an annoying buzz. No one's freaking coming for you. He leaned closer, his breath hot against your ear. No one will ever find you. With a cruel grin, he pressed the knife deeper, sending shockwaves of pain coursing for you. Cries echo in his small room. You would never frickin' see sunlight, and make sure of it. This is your life now, Lion. Just you and me. I will break you piece by piece. He emphasized each one of his words by stabbing deeper. The words around you fade. The world around you faded. Your mind screaming for escape, but all you felt was the horrible pain of your hand slowly becoming nailed into the wall. With every word, he tightened his hold, his eyes glimmering with a sadistic delight, revealing in your agony. He took the knife out of your hand as you fell to the ground, sobbing from the pain. Oh, do you want me to patch you up? He tried not for your sobs as he mocked you in a fake, sweet voice. Oh, poor baby, doing a stupid thing and ending up getting the frickin' consequences. Your body shook as he picked you up. Bad and consequences. Now we're gonna go, don't eat. Your stomach growled, but there was no way you were going to eat something from the guy who kidnapped you. You weighed down, still not touching the food. You could feel your eyelids close, not wanting to fight it. You slip away into a restless sleep. The day bore together free as you remained his prisoner. You slowly started to lose your sanity little by little. The idea of... Okay, I'm gonna skip through... Oh, love. He knelt down at you, petting your head softly. I don't want to scare you. I just want you to understand me. You stayed still, feeling the weight of his touch, but it wasn't comforting to you at all. If you just listen, you just give me a little, we could be so happy here. His fingers traced down the side of your face, feeling a shiver for you, sending a shiver for you. But you keep buying me. You keep looking at me like I'm some kind of monster. He paused, his expression waving with something almost like sadness. Maybe I'm just not trying hard enough. He sighed, his hand lingering for a moment longer before he stood back up. I'll keep trying for you. I'll show you. All you need is me. He stood up, his face turning grim. I'm selfish, I know. But I just know we're perfect together, and I'm not going to let my chance at love slip away from me again. This is not the first time? Now, get some rest, Wyan. Tomorrow, I'll make you comfortable. Could make me comfortable by letting me take your bed. And he turned to leave. You could shake the dread sitting over you, knowing that comfortable in his terms was anything but safe. Bad relationship end. Stay with me, please. And that was Pretty Boy Panic. He was out. If you like my content, please subscribe, like, help out, and comment down below. See you guys next time.